Let's just dive right into this. I gave myself exactly 24 hours to build an AI product from absolute scratch. No coding background, literally zero budget. Just a laptop, a ticking clock, and this wildly popular claim floating around the internet that, hey, anyone can launch an AI software business over a single weekend. But the real question I wanted to answer for this explainer wasn't just, can I build it? It was, can it actually make money?
So that's the core question we're tackling today. Can you launch an AI side hustle in 24 hours with $0 and actually turn a profit? We are adopting a rapid build experiential mindset here. I'm going to take you through the exact steps, the hard data, the brutal realities, and finally the actual outcome of attempting this hyper-speed challenge.
I mean, look at this quote from a Reddit user in the side project community. 0 to 1,000 downloads in 48 hours with one prompt. That is just insane speed, right? It totally proves the raw execution power that AI gives us right now. People are out there claiming they're spinning up entire businesses before their morning coffee even gets cold. But we really need to see if that hype matches reality.
All right, Section 1, Challenge Setup, the high margin lure. Let's get into it.
So why exactly is everyone, developers, solo founders, you name it, rushing into this specific micro SaaS space right now? While the hard data backing up the hype is actually super fascinating. According to an iconic survey of 300 startups, just look at the application layer gross margins. We're talking 33% in 2024, bumping up to 38% last year and projected to hit a massive 45% by 2026. Now remember, gross margin is the money you actually keep after the costs of running the AI models. The fact that this number is steadily climbing means these tiny AI apps aren't just lightning fast to build, they are becoming incredibly profitable to run.
And to further validate the financial stakes of our 24-hour challenge, get a load of this number from Starter Story. $592,000. That is the massive average yearly revenue they found across the successful AI tools they track. I mean, with numbers like that and margins constantly climbing, you can totally see why I was so eager to start the clock and see if a solo builder could actually grab a slice of that pie.
Moving on to Section 2, Product Idea Selection, where pain meets budget.
Okay, so the clock starts ticking. Those first few hours of the challenge are all about brainstorming. And the absolute golden rule here? You have to find where pain meets budget. You can't just build another generic AI chatbot. Nobody wants that. During my research of successful founders, some really niche ideas surfaced. Real estate lead qualifiers, custom fitness coaches, wedding planner assistants, and invoice PDF to Excel converters. The crucial takeaway here is that the very best micro SaaS tools solve one sharp, incredibly specific issue for one specific group of people. So I decided to lean into the business workflow side, kind of like that PDF invoice converter, where a finance team will gladly pull out their credit card to save hours of manual data entry. High pain, clear budget.
Which brings us to Section 3, the build process. No code, no BS. Idea locked in. Now we shift into the rapid execution phase. And we're doing this without writing a single line of code. The sources highlight this exact three-step toolkit pulled straight from successful Reddit blueprints and YouTube tutorials for launching over a weekend. Step 1, train the AI model. You just use a no-code platform like Chatbase or Base44, feed it your prompts and data, and boom, your core engine is done in minutes. Step 2, build the assets. Just hop into Canva for your logos and branding. And Step 3, set up the paywall and membership. Tools like Kartra let you drop in a payment link instantly. Literally within a few hours, the functional skeleton of the whole business is alive and kicking.
We are honestly living through a massive paradigm shift right now. When you compare traditional SaaS to micro SaaS, it's night and day. Traditional software, that meant months and months to code, crazy high overhead, and giant teams of engineers. Micro SaaS, it's a weekend launch. The AI does all the heavy lifting, and it's run entirely by a solo developer. You basically build it once, connect the digital pipes, and let the AI fulfill the service. It's wild.
Now, let's hit Section 4, Problems and Obstacles, the harsh reality of speed.
Let's slow the pace down for just a second here. It wasn't all smooth sailing, because when you move this fast, things inevitably break, and, well, predators notice. There's this quote from a viral Reddit thread in the SaaS community that hit the nail on the head. You are just handing your exact roadmap to predators. See, there's this massive trend called building in public, where founders share every step, every prompt, every little detail on Twitter. But the community is experiencing severe backlash against this now, finally realizing that all this transparency, it comes with a massive hidden cost.
Which brings us to a rather scary concept, the clone factory. This is arguably the biggest threat to solo founders who share way too much of their prompt engineering and tech stack online. A clone factory is basically a well-funded team of developers that replicates your architecture, your UI, and your pricing in just weeks. If you post your exact blueprints just to get a few likes on social media, you are literally writing a launch checklist for a well-funded team in another time zone. They will absolutely copy you, undercut your price, and crush you out of the market. And hey, even if you manage to survive the clones, success itself can be a huge obstacle. Check out this cautionary tale from founder Dennis Babich. He went incredibly viral on social media and scaled from $0 to $1 million in annual recurring revenue in just 24 hours. Sounds amazing, right? Except it completely broke his product. The tech just snapped under the massive pressure, and he literally had to refund everyone and rebuild the whole thing from scratch. So yeah, speed is definitely a double-edged sword.
Okay, Section 5, Launch and Testing, hitting the market fast.
Let's pivot back to our ticking clock. With our 24-hour build live and the risks firmly in mind, it is time to try and get some actual paying users. The sources outline a super scrappy marketing playbook for this. First, TikTok and Reels are huge right now. We're talking simple 30-second videos just showing the AI solving the problem. No dancing required, literally just a screen recording of the tool working. Then, you dive into niche Facebook and Reddit groups to provide actual value, send out highly targeted cold emails, and maybe even set up some affiliate commissions. You need these $0 marketing tactics to test the product, because remember, AI can build the tool for you, but it absolutely cannot do the marketing for you.
Section 6, Final Outcome, Boom or Bust. All right, the 24 hours are officially up. The launch tactics are deployed. It's time to look at the financial realities, and the comparison across the sources here is fascinating. On one end of the spectrum, you have these massive successes. My Ask AI started for just $99 and pulls in $300K a year. Zeeg AI is making $48K a year from a $3K start cost. But then, look at the third row. A Reddit user who spent months learning and selling AI services started with $0 and made exactly $0 after months of trying. It perfectly illustrates that simply slapping AI onto a project does not guarantee a paycheck.
Moving to Section 7, Lessons Learned, the truth about AI tools.
So after analyzing all these 24-hour speed builds and startup surveys, the absolute crucial takeaway is this. AI is a leverage tool. It is not a standalone income system. Yes, AI completely removes the coding barrier. Yes, it makes execution incredibly fast. But guess what? You still need a distribution strategy, you still need to build trust with your audience, and you absolutely must execute on marketing if you want to survive. If you build it, they will not come unless you literally drag them there.
Section 8, What I Do Differently, Surviving the Clone Wars. This whole experiment radically changes the strategy for the next build. There's a new, much smarter way to build in public without just giving away your entire competitive advantage. It's all about what you share versus what you keep hidden. By all means, share your journey, talk about your customer insights, your growth numbers, and how you validated the problem. That's what builds trust. But you got to hide your playbook. Never, ever share your exact AI prompts, your specific back-end workflows, or the logic behind your pricing. You want to build in public to get customers, not to accidentally train your competitors.
Finally, Section 9, Conclusion, the honest takeaway.
I want to end this explainer with a thought that really challenges you to take action. Listen, code is commoditized now. Ideas are cheap. Execution speed is pretty much the only real moat you have left heading into 2026. As we've seen, you can build a fully functioning software business in a single day. The old technical barriers, they're completely gone. So the question is, stop overthinking. What problem are you going to solve first? Thanks so much for joining me as we explored this fascinating challenge. And seriously, keep building.